What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in the Khaliis Take. You know what to do. Hit that like, subscribe button. Also hit that notification bell just so you can get the newest and the bonus content first. But hey, let's just go ahead and jump right in. Looks like Paul George made it back to practice for the Clippers. Definitely a good sign for the Clippers going forward to possibly have, one of their star players back, because they've been missing in action for a while. And the Clippers definitely are starting to wear down energy wise, because they just need those superstar players. They just need them. And it just, eventually it just comes down to that. I feel like that's the reason why the Clippers have been on a losing streak here a little bit here lately in the waning parts of the season, because like I said, after a while it just becomes a situation where the stars need to take over and take a load off of the role players, just as the role players need to do for the star players at times. So it's definitely got to be a balance there. But in regards to Paul George, him going to practice, showing up to practice with the team is definitely a good sign for him to come back, more or less so for him to possibly come back, before the end of the season. That would be good. And hopefully Kawhi would be able to do the same or somewhere around that time frame. But, it's definitely a good sign based upon where, Paul George, was, I think he had stopped, he hasn't played basketball or had a practice since December, I believe, of last year, since his injury started, I believe around that time or somewhere near that time frame. So it's good to actually see him back in practice. The other day, he started out with the 4-on-4 drills. So I thought that would, definitely, progress into possibly him going, maybe having a full practice with the team or even coming really close to it. And it did. So, it definitely worked out in that favor or in that regards. But of course, he's not 100%, cleared to go play as of yet. But, if he's practicing with the team and things like that, he should be really close. And like I said, we hope Kawhi Leonard is not far behind, because they definitely going to need Kawhi to, beat some of these teams, because there is some challenges out there. And, like I said, that play-in tournament is a dangerous situation to be in, because, like I said, it's like one game elimination type stuff, so it's not a 7-game series. It's not, it's just, I don't know, winner take all type of atmosphere there, what I'm saying? So it's definitely not a 7-game series, and that's where the Clippers are going to end up at. So whoever they draw in the play-in tournament is definitely going to be an exciting game, and they're definitely going to need at least one of their superstars to probably get out of that, because when you're in a tournament like that, you're going to definitely get the best of the other teams. It's going to be feisty, it's going to be chippy, all that. So, having PG back, if he could return in that time, that'd be really good, for the Clippers, if they're able to, get him back, along with Norman Powell. Been hearing some good things about him too, in regards to his injury as well. Definitely progressing. Hopefully, he'll be a little bit more exertive here soon, because right now he's not doing no contact. But I think in the next several days, he might be starting to, possibly do some contact drills and stuff himself. So we'll see how far that goes. And we do have to understand one thing: the Clippers are a very private organization, so there's a lot of things going on, behind closed doors with them specifically that you don't even know. So, they're definitely real private about how they do things. And Ty Lue is a real private guy too, in regards to, a lot of things. He will say some things, but a lot he just won't say, because he's just that type of person. That's his character. And I think the rest of the team has, drawn to that or become accustomed to that. So, having, somebody like him with that mentality and, keeping everything in-house as much as possible and making guys feel comfortable as much as possible and everything, I feel like that definitely helps the Clippers and definitely makes the players want to play for him. And that's why I feel like, Kawhi and PG really want to come back for this team so bad, because they know what this team can do. Not only that, but they know that they're playing for a coach who really wants to see them succeed and, be the best they can be. And not just the star players. He wants to see all the players succeed. and putting them in position to do so is something that he's done, since, he's been there, and I think the culture is definitely good for the Clippers, and they just got to get healthy enough to add to the culture by adding a championship to it, because they're definitely made up of the right stuff. They just got to find a way to get the material they need, which is a championship. They got to be able to find a way to do that. And the only way to do that is to have everybody healthy. So as I said before, having Paul George practice is definitely, good. I don't know if he's going to play. I don't know if they're going to hold him out until, the play-in tournament, or, maybe try to give him a couple games in before he gets going in the play-in tournament. If he's available to do so, we have to wait and see. But his progression is definitely, gotten to where it needs to be for them to at least, take this next step in regards to having him practice with the team and, get everything, get everything situated with him, get his footing back as much as he can, because really this is a weird situation really for the Clippers, because you're going to ask Kawhi and PG to come back, and it's playoff time, basically, you know what I'm saying? And playoff basketball is just so much different than the regular season, so the lack of playing and, the lack of rhythm that, Kawhi and PG will have, going into the playoffs it's going to be a story, because, if they come out and play great, or let's say both of them comes back hypothetically and they come out and play great, and everything all good, but if they come out and struggle, and the Clippers find themselves down in the series, you know what I'm saying? It might be hard to, that's if the Clippers get past the play-in tournament. Of course, I believe they will, but, you got to, speak reality. If they get past the play-in tournament, if they get into a 7-game series, you got to ask yourself, what type of rhythm do the superstars have? And are they going to disrupt any rhythm of the team currently? Which I don't think they will, but it's hard to come back after you've been gone for a while, to come back and just go in there and dominate. It's just not that easy sometimes. Sometimes it takes players a couple of weeks. Sometimes it takes players, a month almost, to come back. And Kawhi especially, he's been out all season, and, Paul George has been out for, a good little while himself. So, it all matters. And, but it'll definitely be good to see them on the floor. I say if they're healthy, put them out there. If you're going to go out with your best, go down with your best punch swinging, which is definitely Kawhi and PG, and have these other players follow behind them, because they can do a lot of good things if they can catch that rhythm at the right time and everything. So we just hope that everybody comes back healthy. Also Norman Powell too, of course, because I think him and Robert Covington defensively, I think they can really do some good things on the defensive end and knock down some big shots for the Clippers. And I just think the Clippers overall are a well-rounded team if they're healthy. Definitely a scary team if they're healthy. I just hope nobody else gets hurt in the process, and I hope everybody else gets healthy, enough for everybody to play. Because, like I said, ever since this has been assembled, we haven't seen them 100% healthy yet. It's kind of crazy how we haven't seen them all healthy together, ready to go. I know they made some changes, to the last couple seasons, but still, the Clippers just haven't been healthy as a unit since they started. And, they're missing some players I think that they will miss in the playoffs, like, the Patrick Beverleys and the, Serge Ibakas and people like that. But they got a good crew now. They really do. And they still got a good enough crew to win it. So like I said, hopefully everybody comes back healthy and ready to go. And hopefully they kind of, go on a little bit of a winning streak before the season goes out. Because you don't want to end the season, on a losing note. Because like I said, a lot of times that disrupts chemistry a lot going into the playoffs, which is a different atmosphere, or the play-in. And hopefully they can win a few games. Hopefully they can maybe squeeze Paul George into a game or two. Maybe Kawhi Leonard as well, possibly Norman Powell also. We'll have to see how it goes. But hey, like I said, the season is about ended now, and you just gotta hope the players get enough rhythm so they can come back and be effective. Because if they don't come back and be effective, then bad things can happen then. But like I said, with them being out there, it definitely makes them a better threat to me, of course. And I definitely want to see them out there, and I definitely want to see the Clippers just trying to go for it all, man. That's pretty much where it is right now. This is the season to win it. So get all your guys back as healthy as you can and try to go for it. But hey, that's my take on everything. Leave any comments in the comment section as always. And hey, Khaliis out.